Meanwhile, in Mexico, President Claudia Sheinbaum is under increasing pressure. Thousands of demonstrators took to the streets of Mexico City to protest insecurity, rising violence and corruption in the country. The demonstration was organized primarily by Gen Z groups. Protesters marched from the Angles of Independence monument through several streets towards the Zocalo Square. Participants waving Mexican flags voiced frustration over worsening security conditions and government corruption.
Unfortunately, in this country, every day someone says there will be no impunity, but things are easily forgotten. What do I expect from this march? That it is a very peaceful march like that day, where we divert and reach the Zocalo, where we hope not to see that group right.
However, the protesters were stopped from marching to the Zocalo Square, where Mexican President Sheinbaum was attending the 115th anniversary of the Mexican Revolution. During her speech, she rejected violence as a political path. A fresh round of protests come days after a large demonstration was called by Gen Z activists protesting the assassination of Uruapan Mayor Carlos Manzo, who was assassinated earlier this month after confronting drug trafficking groups. At least 120 people, mostly police officers, were injured in the protest.
We're here because we're tired of the repression, of the violence that people in Mexico are living through, of the lack of medicines, the lack of justice, the extortion, the protection rackets, of being blocked by police from passing. We're Mexicans, and we also have the right to protest and to speak out.
President Sheinbaum, who took office last year, has faced sharp criticism in recent weeks over the security strategy. She had questioned the motives behind last week's march, calling it inorganic and paid for, and suggesting that it was being promoted from abroad.